shore up their lanes and just gives you that good early to mid game fighting power. Gyro pretty good against the zombies, just with the flak I guess is one thing, but they got Pycat. He's very tanky. Yeah, Mag's like, I'm just gonna go for these last hits while you guys dive me.
Yeah, next up has a lot of base strength there, and we'll be just fine in lane for now. Rune gonna be contested. Charge is gonna be queued up onto no one. Is there gonna be a response?
Oh, mid EGM. One tick. He's got it.
First blood.
Oh, Lich actually got first blood upon him. Okay. He's not getting kills. He will still go for this tier 1 tower, but Night Stalker just staying alive here, and he's now looping back. He's got 2 mangoes. He's got more tangos. He's still in a great position to keep fighting.
Bot lane, Pasha's gonna find a solo kill onto Bambo, and I mean, meanwhile they rotate the Wisp up to the top lane, and Niqua actually had to walk back to base and give no one some space over in this mid lane.
They may lose Spirit Breaker up top here. He's very careful.
They're gonna get the Rocket Barrage off as well. The kinetic field will be there to keep Pycat at bay. And they're only gonna be okay for now. They'll be able to get through that tree. And trying to kite out the Rocket Barrage with the Void, they'll be able to bring down the Gyro as well. This start for Vega.
So, I mean, this is just a dream start for Vega. Just executing very well in the early game lanes. But bottom lane solo could be in some trouble. Bit of a dive coming out. The Spider's coming from behind. He's got the Ice Armor, but Tina will secure a kill as Tiny looks to counterplay things.
Yeah, TV's inbound from Pasha. Does not have detection just yet on his person. And Avalanche actually going to whiff. Nice tether by EGM to the west side. Mag coming through as well, though.
He's so good. EGM, yeah.
Yeah, has the Void toss up, and they'll be able to bring down that IO. Bambo.
Jungle at the big camp, so it frees up some of that jungle farm, and they know that at this stage early in the game they're only going to have one ward in that dire jungle. Mid lane they've gone in, Niqua the target here, the Kinetic Field there, the cooldown coming in, Pycat's rotated in, a great cooldown, Rocket Barrage, he's secured his team, 3 kills, 2 going his way. That's the gyrocopter rotation you've just going to be. They've found 2 wards in a row with sentries, and that's something which really crippled them last game. But this time around, here we go, forcing out with the smoke towards the bottom. They want Pasha, can cancel this with a... No, he's actually already used the Avalanche, so he's going to go down, tried to TP out before the charge connected, and we'll see now defense up their sleeves.
Yeah, they are just going to pop that Frost Armor and try for it, but Solo going to be a little bit far forward. He's going to catch the charge. The Kinetic Field will be there, and it keeps 2 at bay, but Pycat comes from the west side with the call down. First missile, only one needed to hit.
To the extent that they were actually only 4 manning as well, Viper's still being mid, continuing to farm, get his mech up, get his boots, get a few more items. It means they're being very efficient. They're not just all in committing to this 5-man.
And invisibly affected. No one. Shadowfiend gets a double raise off, but they're going in still with their IO down onto Pasha bot lane. This time the call down is going to be responded to by TPs. First missile is going to connect onto 2, second only onto 1. No one's going to turn with the raises, and Bambo in a bit of trouble. The glimpse actually perhaps saved his life, but he gets raised down before being ported out, and Niqua in a bit of trouble, has the mechanism just delivered now, will be able to pop it and keep them safe, and Pycat gonna catch that 2 bounces of that Chain Frost. Solo pretty much left for dead here. The Avalanche gonna try and keep him safe with the negative earn tick. He should drop here and will, and the rest of Vega forced back.
EGM did die to some tower. It felt like Night Stalker did an amazing job in his lane, but elsewhere, not so good.
Requiem pops up mid, is going to connect onto Niqua and Saxa, but no one's going to immediately go for the TP out there after the call down. Is going to connect twice onto 2. Pasha gets the cross combo up, but it's not even enough to kill the support Spirit Breaker. He gets the Nether Strike off. Dioma is down the net. The Frost Nova is going to bounce.
He gets the
spider things, and the charge comes through on the solo. 4 dead.
Guess what? Everyone's already back to full HP. We just had a team fight where we took heavy damage, but next, earn charges, tether, like, we're good. Let's start taking the range racks now.
Viper, it's so early in the game. Nether Toxin is only level 1. Generally, you consider him somewhat of a pushing presence, but at this point, he is going to catch an Avalanche toss. And still standing on the front lines, feeling very healthy is Niqua. Mech cooling down in 7 seconds. The charge comes through. It's actually going to be canceled there. Glimmer Caved up was the Spear Breaker. A little bit deep behind enemy lines, though, and they'll be more than content with a tier 3. And they're going to put some permanent damage into this range racks here with Niqua on the front lines. The Avalanche is completely getting a whiff coming out from Pasha. It's not going to queue any more aggression because they're getting this damage for free onto the structures. So no reason to die for them here. Pycat Gonna catch a couple of raises and the Chain Nova will go out. Chain Frost, I should say, will go out. The Glimpse back onto Pyka. Glimmer Cape is there though, and Nico just gonna jump forward onto Sioma. They do get the toss combo off, but Mag is gonna take tons of damage in the meantime as the call down comes through. They lose one, that's the Spirit Breaker. Nico still standing strong on the front lines, and he'll bring down the SF. The Death Requiem will finish off.
5x4, now you can just back off. If you can cut your losses, you're fine here. You took the range racks. You got 3 kills and 2 buybacks. You've only lost the Viper Spirit Breaker. This is so far so good. And they're going to get an extra kill. Vega have chased too far with the Night Stalker. They get one more. Pycat says, I've still got a lot of HP here. This SF does not have souls right now. And he's ready to continue to fight with this SMY.
Means of initiation, a Glimpse generally would be that case, but when you're standing in the same spot for pretty much minutes at a time, Disrupt are not going to feel too effective, and toss combo in, not really great with any of the heroes. The Static Storm completely blown on the east side for Bambo. He'll be able to walk out underneath the pathing offered by the web. Stack's had a little bit of trouble deep behind enemy lines. The Avalanche will finish him off. No one having to Shadow Amulet on the spot, but all the meanwhile, this melee rack pretty much eliminated. The Glyph will be there for now.
It's taking so long. This Ice Armor and now a Glyph, and no one can go for the deny. Oh, cheeky. And it uses his Glimmer Cape. He's sitting on 1100 HP, so...
no one is less than 1,000 in the entire Radiant lineup.
It's really hard to burst down EGM, even with the Blink Dagger on Tiny. That's really the big problem there. But he's going to have it for this next fight. And they're not actually going to wait for Roshan. That's probably would. I mean, that would have been the call I make, but they, I think, recognize how bad of a spot Vega in right now and just want to keep on pushing.
Yeah, they do find a pick though on the top.
I mean, they've got a tier 3 tower already, so that's...
yeah, worthy trade for at least some 20 minutes.
Spirit Breaker says, no time to waste. We want to end our day and just go home. Oh, nice Shadow Blade. He's going to get the kill. No one making good use out of that. And Bambo on the front lines with a BKB, though, looking for the counter kill. Can no one be kept alive? Doesn't look like another nuke coming up in just a second. He'll get the kill. And Bambo, he's still got lots of webs to play around, but doesn't look like he's got an answer to the Tiny here, or does he with EGM? A relocate out! Oh, boy. Things couldn't get any worse for Vega, and they've still got a Rax issue here at bottom lane, and Viper just trying to finish off this range Rax. It is permanent damage, so they can just come back for it. They don't have to finish off now, but with the relocate back in, they say, let's go for another round. Nice flip, pushes the Brood back to the Fountain, which CNL are fighting with just 3 heroes here, but that doesn't seem to be a problem. To get another kill on the Night Stalker, Sioma being chased back to Fountain, and there we have it. GG's called. 20 minutes is all it takes. And 4CNL get a 2-0 victory.
Yeah, Vega certainly continuing their unstable ways in these past couple. It doesn't feel necessarily like a drafting issue. It feels like more communication slash execution on their part. And yeah, 4CL, not to take away from them, looking really strong and playing heroes they're certainly comfortable with. Vega, perhaps a little bit of hubris in this one, giving the IO over to 4CL 2 times in a row.
Yeah, and very much forced into unconventional lanes.